Ako palagi ang nagdedesisyon. May nag-share sa akin ng ganitong concern. Sabi niya, Mami N, ako na lang palagi ang nagde-decide sa negosyo. Kapag may problema, ako ang tinatawag. Kapag may kailangang approval, hinihintay pa rin nila ako. Paano ko maituturo sa pamilya ko ang tamang way kung paano pagmamalakad ng business? Anak, maraming business owners ang nakaka-relate dito. Habang lumalaki ang negosyo, mas dumarami ang decisions na kailangan gawin araw-araw. At dahil ikaw ang nagsimula, syempre natural lang na ikaw ang nakakaalam ng lahat ng mga sagot. Pero darating ang panahon na mapapaisip ka, what if one day, I can no longer be here every day? That is when you realize something important. A business is not truly ready for the future if every important decision still depends on one person. Hindi sapat na alam mo lang ang tamang gawin. Kailangan matutunan din yon ng susunod na leader, because leadership is not inherited automatically. It is developed over time. At mahirap ipasa ang isang bagay na nasa isip mo lang. Kaya kung gusto mong magpatuloy ang negosyo mo, kahit na hindi ka na lang laging nasa harap, you have to prepare people, not just prepare a successor. And here are 5 steps that can help you do that. Number 1, ibahagi ang values ng negosyo mo. Number 2, ipaliwanag kung paano ka magdesisyon. Number 3, i-document ang mga sistema. Number 4, magbigay ng responsibility paunti-unti. Number 5, hayaan silang magdesisyon kahit na magkamali minsan. Now, let's talk about these one by one. Number 1, values ang basehan. Ibahagi mo ang values ng negosyo mo. So, one lesson that I learned through the years is that every business owner has a way of making decisions. Pero bago pa ang decision, may pinanggagalingan muna yon. And it is from your value. Hindi lang tungkol sa pagpapalaki ng negosyo ang value. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit may mga bagay na tinatanggap mo at may mga bagay ding tinatanggihan mo. Why you choose to be honest with your customer. Why you pay suppliers on time. Why you refuse shortcut kahit na mas mabilis sana ang kita. Those values quietly guide every decision you make. The problem is, maraming founders ang ipinapakita lang ang final decision. Hindi nila sinishare kung bakit yun ang naging choice nila. So the next generation learns what you decided, but not why you decided that way. So today, I would encourage every business owner to talk about the values behind their business. Share the stories, explain the lessons that you learned. Tell your family why certain principles matter more than quick profit. Because when people understand your values, mas madali nilang maintindihan ang paraan ng pagdedesisyon mo. Anak, systems can be copied, processes can be documented, pero ang values kailangan maipasa mo intentionally. Kapag pareho kayo ng pinanghahawakang values, mas malaki ang posibilidad na kahit iba na ang magdesisyon, mananatili pa rin ang direksyon ng negosyo. Number 2, ituro kung paano kang nagde-decide. Ipaliwanag kung paano ang decision process mo. There was a time when I realized that my family often asked me the same question. Ma, ano ang dapat nating gawin? At first, I thought they needed more experience. But later, I learned something. I realized that I had been giving them answers, but I was not teaching them how I arrived at those answers. Every decision in business has a reason behind it. Kaya, sa pagpili ng supplier, I don't just compare prices. I also look at reliability, quality, payment terms, and whether they can grow with my business. When hiring people, I don't only look at skills. I ask myself, does this person share the same values and attitude that we want in our business, in our company? These are the things the next generation needs to hear. Don't just say, ito ang gawin mo. You need to explain why. Share the questions you ask before making an important decision. Talk through your thought process even if they don't agree with you every time. They will begin to understand how a business owner thinks. And one day, they will have to make decisions without you beside them. So if you teach them how to think, not just what to do, they will have the confidence to make wise decisions while staying true to the direction of the business. Number 3, huwag hayaang nasa utak mo lang. I-document ang mga sistema. Now, one thing I learned over the years is is that a business becomes difficult to pass on when everything is stored in the owner's head. Alam mo kung paanong mag-order, di ba? Alam mo kung paanong magpresyo, alam mo kung paanong mag-handle ng customer complaints, at alam mo kung sino ang tatawagan kapag may problema. But what happens if someone else needs to do all those things tomorrow? If the answer is, hintayin muna natin si mama, then the business is still depending on one person. That's why documentation is very important. You don't have to write a thick manual overnight. Start with the things that you do repeatedly. Write down the steps, create simple checklists, document important policies and workflows. Your goal is not to remove the human side of the business. The goal is to make sure that good practices don't disappear when there is a change in people. You see, anak, your experience is one of your greatest assets, but if it only lives in your head, mahirap itong maipasa sa susunod na leader. When your systems are documented, people can learn faster, make fewer mistakes, and become more confident in handling responsibility. A legacy is not built on what only you know. It is built on knowledge that others can understand, follow, and continue long after you're no longer the one doing everything. Number 4, magbigay ng responsibilidad paunti-unti. One challenge many business owners face is wanting the next generation to be ready, but not giving them enough opportunities to lead. We say we want them to learn, pero bawat desisyon tayo pa rin ang gumagawa. Every problem tayo pa rin ang sumasagot. Every approval hinihintay pa rin tayo. If that continues, how will they ever gain experience? You see, leadership is not learned by simply observing. It is developed by taking responsibility, making decisions, and learning from the result slowly. That's why I encourage business owners, especially my coaching clients, to let go little by little. Start with smaller responsibilities. Let them handle a small project. Assign them to manage a small team. Allow them to oversee a department or make decisions within a clear boundary. Of course, stay available to guide them, but don't solve every problem for them. Let them think, let them try, and yet let them make a few mistakes. Anak, mistakes made while you are still there to guide them are often the best teachers. The goal is not to test if they are perfect, because they are not perfect. Neither are you. The goal is to help them grow into leaders who can carry the business forward with confidence. So remember, responsibility cannot be inherited. It must be practiced, one decision at a time. Kaya mo yan. Number 5, hayaan silang magdesisyon. Perhaps the hardest lesson for any founder is this. There comes a time when you have to let someone else make the decision. Hindi dahil wala ka ng pakialam, kundi dahil gusto mong matuto silang mamuno. Maraming business owners ang gustong ihanda ang susunod na leader, pero kapag iba na ang nagdesisyon, agad nilang binabawi ang authority. Hayaan mo na, ako na lang. Yan ang sinasabi. Kapag palaging ganoon ang nangyayari, they may learn to follow instructions, but they will never learn to lead. Of course, this doesn't mean leaving them without guidance. Kailangan mag-set ka ng clear boundaries, talk through the possible risks, review the results together afterward, but allow them to own the decision. Whether it succeeds or not, there is always something valuable to learn. So anak, confidence is built when people know that they are trusted, and trust grows when you give them the opportunity to prove themselves. One day, there will come a decision that you will no longer be around to make. So prepare them for that day while you still can. Because your greatest legacy is not a business that depends on you, di ba? It is a business led by people who have learned to think wisely, decide responsibly, and continue the values you worked so hard to build. Kaya anak, if you feel like every important decision in your business still depends on you, don't wait until it's too late to prepare the next leader. Remember these 5 steps. Number 1, ibahagi ang values ng negosyo mo. Number 2, ipaliwanag kung paano ka nagdedesisyon. Number 3, i-document ang mga system. Number 4, magbigay ng responsibilidad paunti-unti. And number 5, Hayaan silang magdesisyon kahit na magkamali sa una. Sa masipag stage, ikaw ang gumagawa ng halos lahat. Ikaw ang nagsusolve ng bawat problema at gumagawa ng bawat importanteng desisyon. Sa marunong stage, naintindihan mo na hindi pwedeng ikaw lang ang laging may alam. You begin teaching your values and sharing your way of thinking. Sa maayos stage, may malinaw ka ng system, documented processes at unti-unti nang lumalawak ang responsibilities ng iba. At sa malaya stage, the business can continue moving forward because you have developed leaders, not just followers. Anak, ang tunay na legacy is not leaving behind a successful business. It's leaving behind people who are prepared to lead it with wisdom, integrity, and confidence. And if you're wondering how to prepare your family or your key people to eventually lead your business, you don't have to figure it out alone. You may book a free clarity call with me and my team. Together, let's identify the next step to help you build a business that can thrive beyond you. The link is in the comment section. Always remember, let's be business-minded, Pinoy.